If you're into kettlebell training and trying to grow your chest as well, then this is the video for you. So my name is Joseph Lucero. I'm with PowerliftingTechnique. And today we're going to talk about our kettlebell-based exercises to grow your chest. What's unique about the utilization of kettlebells is it helps you train your chest with the unilateral concept. When you use a kettlebell, you're training one limb independently so that it has to overcompensate and challenge itself versus depending on the other limb. I'm going to start off my first exercise, the crush press. I call this one the crushing overhead press. And typically an overhead press is your deltoids, your triceps. But because I put emphasis in the middle of my chest and I'm going to press upward and maybe slightly away from my body, that is recruiting a ton of my pecs. Now, if I could think about crushing the kettlebell, like squeezing it together, you'll see my elbows are slightly outward, not just underneath. But I'm crushing the kettlebell, squeezing tight and pressing. It looks like I'm barely doing reps, but because I'm crushing the kettlebell, I feel it tremendously in my chest, especially my sternal fibers. The next one I'm going to do is a little unique, but it's going to be the bottoms up chest press with the kettlebell. I'm going to hold the kettlebell here, and I can press with both arms or keep one up and try to press. But as you can tell with the kettlebell right now, it's starting to shake a little bit. I have massive stability issues, I guess, with my press, but that's why it's so good to train unilateral movements where you have to depend on one limb at a time. So when I'm doing this press, it's challenging my stability, my grip strength, my pecs, and a little bit of my shoulder health. So this one is a very multi-purposeful movement that's going to get you stronger and prevent injury. The last thing I'm going to show you is probably what you weren't thinking I was going to do, but it's a deficit push-up. So I'm going to let the bell be where my grip is, and I'm going to do push-ups to the floor. And notice how this hand is higher than this hand. So I got a bigger stretch, and that's going to challenge my pecs a ton more. When I do the push-up, preferably I have two, but if I have one and I do this exercise for 10 reps, I would say as much as you do on this arm, you're gonna wanna do on the opposing arm so there's no imbalance. So I think kettlebells are unique for chest day, but I wouldn't just use kettlebells. If you want a really good chest workout, you're gonna wanna use a barbell, you're gonna wanna use body weight machines, but you can't add one of the three movements I suggested to your routine to help you build size and strength in your chest. My name is Joseph Lucero. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions or concerns, leave it in the comments below. Like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll catch you next time.